Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danica Marie and our Adult Discussions. Today, I want to hit home on a very simple but extremely important message to all of the women from all over the world. Men need to be respected. Yes, men need to be respected. I don't understand why so many women cannot grasp a very simple concept of respect when it comes to men. Especially when it comes to the men that they're in relationships with. I really don't get this. Why would you want to be with a man that you don't respect? I don't understand. But when it comes to respect, this is something that men need more than damn food, okay, in relationships. A man will settle for you not cooking and going to grab the damn food. A man will settle for fasting, damn it, eating, eating ramen noodles before he will ever tolerate a female, a woman, a wife, a mother of his children, whatever, before he will ever tolerate a woman that he's dealing with disrespecting him. It is so many different things that men will overlook, deal with. If the woman shows gratitude, if the woman shows respect, appreciation, reciprocation, it's so many things. But we don't understand that when a man feels disrespected, it really contributes to him feeling emasculated. And if a man feels emasculated or like he has no real value or worth in a woman's life, in his woman's life, he doesn't see the need to stick around. Let me put it like this. Ladies, men already have to deal with so much. Now I can hear y'all already. So do we. Women, we have to deal with this and we go through that and we. Right? And I get it. I'm a woman too. I feel you. I can relate. I know what we go through. But do we ever stop and think about what men go through on an everyday basis? Outside of just dealing with women that they are in relationships with. Outside of that, do we stop and think about the fact that so many men have to go out into the outside world and battle and fight tooth and nail for his respect when it comes to his job, career, business, just dealing with everyday society? Men are always in constant competition and battle and fight. So what makes us think that our men want to then turn around and come home to that same type of confrontation? A man's home is supposed to be his safe haven. It's supposed to be his sanctuary where he can be at ease, not have to always be on the defense. And when we create a battlefield at home for our men, because we're always disrespecting him, we're always trying to be in some kind of combat with him, it makes them just want to pack their shit up and ship out. And then you have so many women today saying, oh, men today are just so weak. Men today are always abandoning their families. Men are always leaving. Hell, you can even say men are always cheating, right? I've heard that as well. And I'm not condoning a man cheating or anything of that sort. However, yeah, I know I gotta be real, right? However, do we ever stop to think about the whys? Why are the men abandoning their families? Again, I don't tolerate this. A man should always take care of his children. But when it comes to you, why is the man leaving you behind? Why does the man want to go and see what another woman is about outside of you? Why? Why? And when you really start to ask these uncomfortable questions and you start to peel back the layers, guess what we can most times come to realize? Now, I know it's not all the time. Some males just not shit, right? We get it. Some men just don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to take care of anything. We get it. That happens. But it's another side that we don't ever acknowledge. When you peel back those layers and you expose things for what they really are, a lot of the times we start to see a pattern. And that pattern is a lot of those men feel absolutely disrespected. They don't feel appreciated. They feel emasculated. They don't get reciprocation. And so they feel as though, well, I have to seek it from somewhere else. Whether that be, again, I don't tolerate this, whether that be another woman. Now, let me say this though. Let me clarify this. If a man is not getting what he's needing, as far as the respect that he needs from his woman, I don't see an issue with the man packing his shit up and going and exploring different options of women. Don't see no problem with that. My issue is when he has to creep around and sneak around. Fellas, if you're not happy at home, leave the home. Don't even waste anybody's time. Like, don't waste your time. That could be stressful for you, trying to juggle that and cover things up. Like, just leave. So let me clarify that. I have no issue with a man packing up and leaving you for another woman if you're not being the woman that he wants, needs, and desires. I would say the same thing to a woman, right? If a man is disrespecting you, not loving you, not appreciating you, taking you for granted, taking advantage of you, and you, ma'am, want to pack up and leave him for another man, no problem. Just don't do all that creeping and shit. You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. So everything that I'm saying, it can be applied in the reverse. But oftentimes, we don't ever acknowledge the reverse when it comes to the men. It's all about us and what we're going through and what men are not doing for us and how men are treating us in X, Y, and Z. But do we stop and really think and analyze? Yeah, what am I doing? What am I not doing? How could I be better? What could I do better? Did I come up short? Where did I come up short? A lot of us don't do that. It's always pointing the finger, pointing the blame. Right? And little times do we ever acknowledge the fact that a lot of men are bouncing or, not dealing with you or not wanting to be with you or tolerate different things because they just feel absolutely disrespected. Again, men need to be respected by their woman. Period. There is no exceptions to that rule. When you're dealing with a real masculine man that is on his purpose, that is providing, protecting, leading, all of that, he demands respect because he already, like I said earlier, has to go out and deal in the world to where he's constantly having to fight for his respect. So improve himself as far as, the respect element is concerned. But I shouldn't have to do that at home with my woman to where she knows what I'm about. She knows my contribution. And because so many of us women today are so entitled when it comes to what we deserve and what a man is supposed to do for us, we hardly ever stop to think about how, again, we are treating our men. How are we talking to them? How are we treating them? What are we doing? What are our contributions? How are we showing him that we absolutely appreciate all of the sacrifices, all of the work, the effort, the money, the time, the love that he is investing into our family, into our foundation? Or are we just taking that for granted and saying, well, you're a man, so you're supposed to do it? No, he doesn't. A man is not supposed to do a damn thing for anybody that is not replenishing and reciprocating. No. And that's really something else I want to dive into with this quick dope discussion, is the fact that we have got to get it out of women's minds today that a man is supposed to provide, a man is supposed to protect, a man is supposed to tolerate, a man is supposed. We got to get it out of a lot of the women's minds today of what a man is supposed to do, when we're not doing what a woman is supposed to do to receive those things from a man, right? So, for example, we have so many women today teaching young women, like, a man is supposed to do this for you, as far as taking care of you and whining and dining you and spoiling you and protecting you and all of that. But we're not going into, in return, a woman is supposed to respect a man. A woman is supposed to reciprocate, appreciate. A woman is supposed to be of service, be submissive, be loving, be nurturing, all of that. We don't go into what a man that is doing all of those things deserves and is supposed to be getting from his woman. We don't. So, ladies, this is something that I feel personally a lot of us miss the mark on, and it's really having a terrible effect on our relationships thriving and growing and blossoming and developing into the healthy, balanced versions that they need to be. And a lot of it is like stemming from the entitlement, the selfishness, which really translates and boils down to the disrespect that we give to the men that are loving us, providing for us, protecting us. Like, we really treat those men the worst, right? Like, we can go out into the world on our jobs and we treat strangers better than the men at home that are actually paying our bills and giving us good loving. And you know what I mean? Like, it's really backwards. Like, we listen to everybody else but our man. We support everybody else but our man. We respect everybody else but our man. And this is what's contributing to our relationships collapsing. Like, men need respect, period. And if you're not going to be able to do that, leave men alone. You know what I mean? Leave them alone altogether. If you're not going to be in a relationship to where you're going to respect the authority of your man, the leadership of your man, you're not going to appreciate what your man's contributions are, just be single, be alone. But don't you ever get in a relationship demanding a bunch of shit that you do not deserve, that you do not work for, that you do not put in the necessary effort to receive. Don't you ever step foot into a damn relationship with a quality man that is doing everything that a man's supposed to do for a quality woman and be entitled to a damn thing. Don't you do it. Because what you guys do when you do that is you set it up to make it more complicated and more difficult for more deserving women, because men are starting to believe that all women are like you when you are selfish and when you are entitled and disrespectful, and it just makes us all look bad. So I want to come on here, make it abundantly clear with this short, sweet, straight to the point, dope discussion that men need to be respected by their women in relationships. And if you're not going to do that, leave men alone. Much love and peace.